and welcome to my SIP Boards AI presentation video. I'm just going to quickly run through these objectives for the AI degree and talk about my projects and why I believe that they meet the criteria. First up, we got number 1, develop, analyze, and integrate artificial intelligence applications and IoT systems, or Internet of Things systems. I chose Essay Writer and my GUI. Essay Writer is an AI program that pulls information from Wikipedia to write an essay for a user depending on what topic they want to write an essay on. My GUI just outputs a simple graphical user interface with a survey as well as a grocery list, and both of these guys can be run on a Raspberry Pi and used to further education of students learning about that type of equipment and these types of programs. 2, demonstrate skills to design and create natural language processing systems. I chose the Movies and the Workout Assistant, which both use a speech module in Python. The Movies program walks a user through picking out a movie from a list of movies. Once it's chosen, it walks the user through checking out and then saving the ticket to their computer, ticket and receipt to their computer. And this is all done while talking to the user, so it's not just reading words. Workout Assistant is basically just a workout app that talks to you and walks you through the workout. This is coded in Python, something that I just created myself because I was tired of spending money for a workout app. So I programmed my own, and it just talks to me, walks me through the exercises, and then I'm finished. That way I don't have to read any code or any script that it's printing out to me. It just talks to me. Both of these talk to the user, hence the language processing. Number 3, demonstrate designing and creating machine learning systems using best practices and patterns. For this one, I chose 2 projects from a machine learning class, My Best State to Live In, as well as World War II Fighter and Bomber. I created my own data set for the first project, and it's based off of crime rates and cost of living, as well as many other factors, and it can determine which state is the best to live in, with the lowest crime rate, with the lowest cost of living, and it can also tell which state is where based off of all the information in the data set. So it can tell where the state is located within the U.S. based off of all that information. World War II Fighter and Bomber, it learns a bunch of the measurements from a fighter as well as a bomber, and then the user puts in a measurement of their own, and the program can predict whether that is a fighter or a bomber depending on what the measurement is and what it learned through its training, which I think is really cool. 4, demonstrate new and original data in deep learning by consuming big data with original algorithms. I chose my CARS project and percentage project. These ones out of the machine learning class probably held the most amount of data. This car data was it has tons of information on the manufacturer of the car model, the car type, the engine type, just tons of information. And it was able to tell what the body of the car is based on a bunch of other features in the table, which I think was really neat. The percentage is, it was a baseball data set with hitters and their percentages, as well as home runs, hits, on bases, and the program runs through that data set and figures out and can tell what division a player is in based off of those stats. And then it sends back a percentage of how well the program guessed that each and every time. So that's why it was labeled percentage. Number 5, demonstrate software development skills using more than one programming language, development environment, platform, and source control system. I did my Workout Assistant for Python, the UN's proposal for HTML, Guess the Number, as well as Sam and Tyler's Car and Sales Management for C++. All these show off and meet this objective because it shows my ability to program within Python, within HTML and CSS, as well as C++. And these are probably my top projects for each category. So that's why I chose them specifically. UN's proposal was just a website showing off the goals that the UN has of making the world a better place. Workout Assistant, like I said before, just language processing program that walks me through my workouts. Guess the number is just a way of the players going back and forth, guessing a number that the system made up, and whoever gets to it first wins. And then my car and sales management project that I did with Sam that I thought we did a really good job on, where it walks people through picking out a car in an inventory and being able to purchase it and printing them a receipt. And number 6, describe, develop, analyze, integrate data structures, databases, and database management systems. I had one project for this, MySQL database, in my SQL class, and then I threw together another database all by myself, movies and games database. After taking what I learned from this class, I was able to successfully create a new database, which I was really happy with because I was kind of stuck on the primary keys and foreign keys. But I looked back at some of my notes from this class, and I was able to create a very decent database, making the foreign keys work, making the primary keys work, having 4 tables for movies and their studios, games and their studios, and then linking them together through primary and foreign keys. And that's why I believe that these 2 projects meet this objective.